video, man. And this one is gonna be a quick video today. I was on my way home. I had just got off work and I was on my way home and I got a notification. Micah Parsons got traded to the Greenbay Packers. So I had to come home. As soon as I got home, drop everything, ate. Had to bring this quick YouTube video to y'all real quick, man, just to give y'all my honest thoughts and opinions on it. For me, am I shocked about this trade happening? No, because at the end of the day, Micah kind of forced Jerry Jones's hands. We've all seen Jerry over the years be stubborn, have the ego, want to have control over everything as far as the team goes. Rightfully so, but he doesn't let the people in higher positions underneath them do their job. He wants to do it for them. So, just off the strength that, Micah was trying to get what he was trying to get paid at the time, and that he wanted to get paid after they just paid CeeDee Lamb and Dak, instead of waiting one more year, that forced Jerry's hand. And, Micah stood on what he said as far as wanting to get paid, and then going to the extent of, okay, you're going to make me wait this long now. I don't even want to be a part of the team, which I feel like Micah didn't really want to be a part of the team long term for real. I'm going to get into that a little bit towards the end of this video. But, yeah, we even saw in the recent documentary with the Cowboys and the, running the 90s, we saw how Jerry was just, a type of guy when he let our coach go, he was like, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get over the fact of of him trying to take credit for, the players that we were putting into place and for the success of the Super Bowls. So, Jerry always has had an ego, and Micah used that to his advantage as far as getting traded, because like I said, I feel like he didn't want to be with the team long term anyway. And I say that to say, the way we've lost since he's been there, and, just his hunger to win, him having this podcast, him always saying all this stuff on social media. Micah was never the type of player to fit into the mold of the Cowboys as far as what Jerry Jones would want his players to be like, which is the players who just are super PR, don't say anything for real, and they just put their head down and do what he's telling them to do, or say what he's telling them to say. It's giving Dez Bryant vibes. Micah Parsons was that for us on this team. He was more vocal. He actually cared about winning. You could see it visibly, and he wasn't afraid to speak out about things, and he used his platform now that these players these days have with the internet to be able to get his voice out and his point across. Now, do I think that Micah, had love for Dallas? Of course, but I think in the long run, he didn't really want to play for the Cowboys, and I don't think he saw himself winning a Super Bowl with the Cowboys, and I think that's something that he actually wants to do. You look at the division, how it's stacked up versus the Cowboys and the players that we went and got. We've upgraded our roster, yeah, but we missed out on a key opportunity to get a lot of players during free agency. Micah has always voiced his opinions about players that he wanted to get over in and out of free agency. He's even tried to recruit players, and I think him just seeing all that on top of just the way the Cowboys have played since he's been there, I don't think he really deep down wanted to stay in Dallas or saw himself winning the championship in Dallas, just because of Jerry Jones and management and ownership too. Like, you wouldn't want to play for somebody like that who you're always bumping heads with, or you're bumping heads with in a situation like this, and he's telling you basically he used the Little Rascals analogy, but he's basically saying, mama said no, but then you went to daddy and he said yes, and then you come back and saying, you know what I'm saying? And, Micah Parsons is young, but he's still a grown-ass man. So I'm pretty sure that made him feel some type of way. And, yeah, I know Cowboys Nation is pissed right now. They hurt. Me personally, I've already had, my piece with the Cowboys a minute ago. I've been so tied into the team. The funny thing about all this, you trade him to the team, the young team at that, who came into your house a couple years ago when you were undefeated at home, we had a first week bye, and we got dismantled by that team. So we traded him to that team, a team that is looking to continue to be our kryptonite for years to come, because obviously they just added a young Micah Parsons who's had 53 sacks in 4 seasons, 10 plus sacks in every season that he's played. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I don't feel no ways about it. I hope he goes over there and balls out. I just know that until Jerry Jones wakes up or we get new management, this is always the type of stuff that we're going to go through. Now, looking at this situation, it makes me a little bit more, satisfied that we were able to get the deal with CeeDee Lamb done, because CeeDee Lamb held out too because he wasn't getting paid. So thankfully we were able to keep him. But losing Micah Parsons is definitely going to be a big hit on this team this year. He definitely will be missed, and we definitely will see a decline in production as far as getting to the quarterback the way that we do. We don't, I don't understand not keeping a guy like Micah Parsons when you have to account for him so much when you're game planning against him. I don't think Jerry even thought about that. He was too caught up into the emotions, which is why I say Micah Parsons used his leverage against Jerry in that regard as far as getting out of Dallas. But he didn't really think this through before he made this trade. I think he was more on some, here, just go ahead, get out. I'm sick of you. But he didn't really think of the value that Micah Parsons has for the team. Even if you tried to negotiate a contract with him and you couldn't get one done because he wants a certain mark, you still have to work with your players the best way you can, or work with your player the best way you can. Look, man, we just paid CD. We just paid that. We pay you these big bucks now. It's going to hurt us for a little bit. It might hurt the team, especially if something ends up happening. And I was going to say, too, I think Micah Parsons was trying to get a deal done so eagerly at the time that he was trying to get it done, but was because he believes in himself, obviously, first of all, because you see what happened with Jamar Chase. Didn't want to pay him. He's like, all right, bet. I'm just go out here and make y'all pay even more. And he did. He made them break the bank even more than what they would have had to pay him if they would have paid him sooner. And also, if you look at what happened to Aiden Hutchinson, where he just got hurt on a freak accident last season, I think Micah Parsons is looking at it like, hey, I don't want to potentially get injured and not be able to reset the market or get my guaranteed money and, be good. Because guys always want to get that first contract. After you get that first contract, it takes a lot of the stress and weight off your shoulders as far as your career goes and financial stability over the course of, years to come wise. I think that he's looking at this like, man, I just want to be as safe as possible. I'll probably talk to a financial advisor or my management. They're telling me if, just based off of my stats up until this point, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get a deal done now. Cowboys are the most valuable sports team franchise in the world. So with all that being said, it's just like, man, it's one of them things where, he's telling Jerry, look, you got to get right or get lost. And unfortunately, we've seen what happened today and the result of that. But, yeah, man, that's really pretty much it. I just wanted to come on here and get a quick video in about this situation, this topic, because it's big news in the Cowboys. And sports is officially getting kicked off and underway tomorrow. We got the Colorado game versus Georgia Tech. I'm really excited to see that. And, Saturday is going to get kicked off. Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So we getting it started. We getting it started this weekend, man. I plan on getting back into the groove of things. But, I definitely have to come on here and talk to y'all about that. What do y'all think about this whole trade situation? How does it have you feeling emotionally? How does it have you feeling about where the Cowboys will stand this season? Keep in mind, we got to go to Philly and play the Eagles this weekend for our first game. So with all that being said, all that being put into perspective, how do y'all feel about how the season is going to go just off the strength of we already lost a very, very, very key factor to our defense and productive. Contrary to however you may feel about him always being online and in the tabloids and just saying stuff, the Cowboys get attention anyway. So all that shit really don't matter. But I know a lot of fans, they have something to say about it. How do you really feel about losing Micah Parsons? Got a lot of fans in the comments are saying, I'm fed up with you. I'm glad you're gone. You're a crybaby, woo-de-woo. But to have somebody, when we lost that game last year, and we were for sure eliminated from playoff contention. And to see Micah Parsons almost about to cry, really damn near crying on the sideline, helmet off, pouting, walking to the locker room. That's something that I want to see on my I don't never really see that for real. Granted, we get a couple, like, you know, CD Lamb, he have his moments where he's give me the ball, but like, you got a guy who really wants to win, who really wants to be great. I don't think I've ever really seen that out of just a collective or something. Nobody does just come in and want to lead with that type of mindset and intent for the team. D-Law maybe, but I never really just seen nobody just care as much as he did as far as winning goes and actually trying to be great. Tired of being the laughingstock of the league. Tired of losing. Tired of always being good in the regular season and losing to the same teams. Greenbay, San Francisco. It's always the same teams. He cared. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. It's been your boy. I appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all watched the video all the way this far through, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. It's been your boy. I'm gone, man.